Hello everyone and welcome, and for some reason my picture is screwed up. Alright, there we go. That is the layout I want. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic night. I know we're started a little bit late, but my name is iGamer. Today I'm joined by DK, and I don't know where everyone else is. We waited, they never showed up. RIP. So, yeah, we're starting a little bit late. No one ever showed up, so we're like almost an hour late to our normal Sunday time now, but yeah, I haven't streamed in a couple Sundays, but yeah.
Yeah, you were busy fighting the dark ones.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
This week, I think I'm going to get back into my weekly streams and maybe throw a couple other streams in throughout the week if I've got some time, as for me, school is starting to wind down for the year. But tonight, if you did not look at the title, I am planning to work on this library here. I've been working on this for a while. It is inside of the refurbished castle that Pizza and I have. We completely redid the castle. I did the outside, and now I'm working on the inside. So we added, the library used to be pretty small, so we added a really big addition to it, and it looks super awesome. And I'm pretty much finished with the addition. So we've got some shelves up here, which I need to add some lights to. So maybe I do, like I've got going over there with the end rods maybe. But yeah, so we've got some bookshelves up here. You can climb up onto these landings and get to the bookshelves. And then we also have some really nice little study areas down here. We've got places you can use to enchantment books, and eventually we're going to put some villagers in here. So overall, looking pretty good, pretty nice. I'm really happy with it so far. So yeah, now we are, you know, pretty much just getting into the upper deck up here.
By the way, I assume this is where the auto scribes are going to be. Right?
Correct.
Excellent. Say.
No, that's a good question, valid question. But yeah, so hopefully today we'll get into the upper deck. I've been told that there needs to be somewhere with coffee, but this is a medieval castle, so I don't know if coffee fits, but you know, it's definitely on the plate to consider. But yeah, so hey DCL, I see you in my chat over there. Restream, I'm loving this. Coffee should be in a mug. Thank you, DCL. Thank you. Oh boy, of course. You have to take what I say literally. But yeah, so I know it looks a little dark in here. It's not this dark. I have a shader on, so it makes things look a little bit darker. This is true, DK. Thank you. But yeah, so things look a little bit darker, but you know, overall not bad. Yeah, so let's finish these lights because they fit in relatively nicely, I would say. I think they don't look too bad to have like a little light bar going across here, so add that in. Still haven't decided what I want to do for the ceiling. I feel like it should just kind of be flat. Who knows? If you have any ideas, let me know. All right, so yes, that DK.
Yeah, I came in to support you.
Ah, thank you. Question mark? What? What is this person talking about? I don't understand. Okay. If I put that there, does that come through the no? Okay. Why don't we? So if we do this, then put some carpet on top. Oh, let's get some light gray carpet. It's very grainy with this texture pack on, but I like it. A nice realism texture pack on with the shaders, and I like the way it looks, especially in here. It looks really nice.
Yeah. Always being happy with how it looks is always very important.
Yeah. It looks great in vanilla Minecraft, but I'm liking it with the texture pack. It's looking nice. Texture pack just kind of gives some depth to blocks. Like, it doesn't necessarily change the texture of the blocks. Like, it still looks like Minecraft. But who else is here? Is DCL here? Yeah, DCL's here. But also, you know, it just gives it like a more, I don't know, gives it some more texture, more depth, like with the wood and stuff. And I think it looks really nice. Yeah.
Sure. Add some.
Add
Trying to think
more
of that
depth.
correct technology. Bump mapping, right?
But yeah, so all right, so now I have to decide what I want to put up here, and we are limited to, as my chair decides it wants to like squeak over here. We're limited to this space because if I go out in this direction, it's the outside of the, like, this is the castle wall. Oh wait, I have more space. Oh right, I wanted to save that space for something. I forgot. Okay.
For dark eye gamer purposes.
No,
That's where the dark forges will be.
Pizza and I used to have our own bedrooms in the castle, and we got rid of them to make space for some expansion projects, and so I wanted to save that space for that. And then this, yeah, this is, oh, this is the old front area where the, yeah. So, we have mushrooms here. This used to be like the front lawn. This used to be like, you would, you know, walk up here and stuff, and then who has arrived?
No one.
Oh, okay. Anti-Nick.
So hi, Anti-Nick.
Clearly not Nick, since he's Anti-Nick. And then this.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, you know what really bothers me though? I come into this cave right here, right? That you've unveiled. I'm jumping up and down in glee. I'm above you.
Oh, I see. Hi.
So if you come here, you come into this perfectly crafted cave with diamonds and iron and all these resources and redstone.
Right.
It just feels like this has been manipulated to look like this. And then part of me, it urges and wants to mine these things, and then like realize it's decorative.
So this used to be part of a cave walkway that we had going on, and the deal was that like you would come up here, and this is actually a natural cave. The only thing we did was add the ores to it. This cave already existed. It was part of the mountain that this base is built into. And so basically we just added the ores into it, and the deal was it was going to be like a cave themed thing where you like walked all the way down, and like we were going to cave theme it and whatever. And then this used to be like a cave that would ultimately lead out to like a ruined cave with the exit from the dome and everything. But then, yeah, we kind of abandoned that idea when we built the castle, so now it's just there. Like, we have old pieces of the base just like laying around. Like, this waterfall was part of our panda sanctuary at some point. This was part of the front lawn and the sheep. This is where we used to have sheep. This is the old front door. You used to walk up here, and that was your front door. You would go in here. There was a door here. Our entrance to our storage room used to be down this way. There was stairs here. You would go down there. So. Slash kill. Oh, hostile. Bye. But yeah, so like we just kind of left the parts of our base that we were going to cover up alone, and so that when we came in here, then you could see like where our base was.
So your plan is to turn this all into a giant space hulk. I understand.
So I mean, eventually, for now, I should probably but eventually we'll probably end up filling this space as we expand more. But yeah, so for now it's just we just kind of left it alone. Alright, so now back to this top floor of the library. Where are you going? Okay.
I'm trying to remember how to get out of here.
Up. No, turn around. Go back. Over here.
Okay.
Whoop.
Yes, Chris is directionally challenged.
Oh, there's DZO. Hello. So, yeah. Who is DMing me? Who knows? So, yeah. Now I got to figure out what I want to do with this top floor here. All right. So, the main purpose of this library is it holds my very, very priceless collection of enchanted books. So, I have to figure out how I want to...
So, we need lava bucket. I understand.
No, lava buckets are not part of this build.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so I have to decide if I put like the books around the outer wall, if I have rows of books in the middle, and then I have to decide how I want to design the shelves. What do you think? Should I put them around the outer wall, or should I have rows in the middle?
Can you help me visualize what these two things would look like?
So it would be built of bookshelves, like actual bookshelves, like the block. And then they would have item frames on them with the enchanted books. So it used to just be like this, like bookshelves. In between everywhere you see these gray carpets, in between these gray carpets, it just had bookshelves like this. And then there was item frames on the bookshelves with the enchanted books on them.
That's kind of cool, but I would suggest making like alleyways every so often. Like every 3 gray carpets should be an alleyway.
I see where you're going. You're Narns and Bobo, so that's funny. I think both would look pretty cool. I think I like your idea though, with the style I have of them kind of like intertwining with each other. I think maybe if I did something like this, then had like maybe if I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I see what you're saying, DCL. Maybe like sets of 3, like this. I think having, oh, I have an idea. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Should look pretty cool if I can center it. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's 5 in. Then I'm trying to center this to this railing over here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 3. All right, so that 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that doesn't fit. Okay.
Yeah, that also doesn't really look right either.
No, so what I want to do is I want to make a circle where you can get into the middle, and there's like seats and stuff in the middle, and then there would be like around the bookshelves like a frame out of like logs like this. That's why they're so like spaced out, because I want space in between to walk through with the frames. Like it would be like this. Then it would have the frame around it like this.
Yeah.
And then so same thing. So like here, 1, 2. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then so then I want to figure out how to space this out so that everything is symmetrical over here. So hello, Enderman. There we go.
How rude! That zombie broke my armor.
How rude. Okay. Honestly, I think something like that would be good. And then
Pretty neat. So now, I guess I have to ask the dumb question. Is this going to go out from here so you have your little cubby hole?
yeah, so then we're going to do the same thing going this way. So then it would be do the 3 like this.
Mm-hmm.
With this. Same thing here. Then I had 3 blocks, 2, 3, and then the start of this one. The light sources are going to be completely redone, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
And then I had, how many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I should have made this line up with the door.
Well, you still can if you skip some spaces. Like, so you have, like, how many spaces between this shelf and the door, and then just do that on the other side.
5, 6. Yeah, I could.
And then it'll automatically be aligned to the door. It won't let you put as many shelves in, but, you know, you'll still create the desired effect.
So I want to do this.
You could also do that.
I have like these 2 bigger walls of shelves that line up with that door entrance.
That works too.
So then we could do like that, and then this goes back up, and then go like this. Putting all the wrong blocks in all the wrong places.
So now I have to tell you something, though, that this doorway is 2 blocks, and your other passages are 3 blocks.
Yeah.
I just tell you that in case that does bother you. I don't know how much that matters to you, because I know your main thing is 5 spaces, and then these other spaces are 3.
Well, this is 6 spaces and 3.
Okay.
So everything's divisible by 6, which is kind of okay with me.
Okay, if that is enough for you, then that's all that really matters.
Because mathematically, it's fine. So.
Except this is 5. This is not divisible by 3.
Right. So.
And if you put another bookshelf, that'll leave a single space. So you could put like decoration here instead.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this for now.
Okay.
And turn the bookshelf here. And then start going back this direction now. I have to find out where I'm gonna put my beacon. I haven't decided. Because it's not staying in here. This is just where it was before I built the castle, and I haven't decided where I want to move it yet. For now, we're just going to build on top of it.
Fair enough. Yeah, me and Rampage learned a lot about beacons and how people have a weird desire to steal them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was before we met you, really. The hotel's beacons kept getting stolen.
Oh, really? I'm not surprised.
Well, the thing is, they were like in claim spaces, but people found kind of like a sneaky, snarky way of collecting them.
Of course. What do you expect from people in a survival Minecraft server?
Yep. That's one too high.
Thank you. See,
Welcome.
this is why I have friends. Okay. And then this isn't centered on anything. Except the floor, actually. Is it centered on the floor? 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, it's 6 blocks away from that and 5 blocks away from the wall. Dang.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. I mean, this door isn't centered to the room, so it doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to end up blocking this off on either side too and making little study spaces that you can access through these doorways like I have going down there.
Mhm.
I think that will be what I'll do.
Very studious.
I'm not going to say anything. My apologies. My mic died.
Your mic died. Why would that happen?
Because I started streaming when the batteries weren't fully ready, and so the transmitter pack that for my microphone died. So yeah, now that I have a working microphone again, I was talking about streaming myself playing Aspire.
That sounds pretty amazing.
But and the fact that I realized I had to get up early to go to school tomorrow when I'd rather do that instead. So I decided that I wouldn't stream it, but after I finished getting myself ready for school tomorrow, that I would at least try it tonight. Why not? All right, so we've got this. What do you think? I know it's kind of not symmetrical with itself, but it's symmetrical on both sides. So what do you think?
I like it.
Okay, cool. Now I want to decide what I want to do for lighting. Actually, no. Let me build everything first. I always do this. I freak out about lighting, and I don't even finish building it all. All right, so I'm going to do the same. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to do this. For a second, I thought that just showed up on stream because I'm sharing just my screen. And then I realized that my face cam blocks my notifications, so we're good. So anyway,
Okay.
I'm going to do this design again. This time we're going to do it out of wood because this is wood. I think we'll do that. Watch out, by the way.
Oh. Oops, sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just building my thing, and I didn't want you to get in the way. That's
Completely understandable.
We'll make this a 2 wide. Excuse me, horse. You're just gonna have to move. I don't know why these horses are even in here.
I wondered that myself, but I decided that asking that would only result in answers I may not want to know.
You don't. The real answer is I don't have an answer.
And that's actually even more scary. That's the thing. That's more scary.
I mean, when you share a base with someone, you don't always have answers, so.
So, Chris accidentally bought a second version of that, and I was going to give it to Dak and Learn, but I can't find him in chat. So that's what I was kind of. That's why I was kind of quiet for a second.
Lol. Dad can learn left the game.
Well, I was trying to find him on Discord.
Ah.
Did he like visibly exit out of Discord as well? Yes, he did. How dare he? How dare he? He's
never online on Discord, if I'm honest. He's always Mr. Shadowman. He's always offline, and then yeah. Okay, so this is going to be where I have the study rooms set up. I think.
Yeah, so when it just dawned on me you didn't have that, and so I just pushed the button and then like nothing happened. So I pushed the button again. So now I have like 2 copies of that. So I figured I'd just give Dak and Learn and tell him the ultimate challenge. Learn this game. Because you thought mine.
Learn this game.
Mm-hmm. His Minecraft skills will improve.
You sure about that, though? It's a completely different game.
It is very similar to this game.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then.
It just has a lot more blocks and shapes.
Oh, no. Geometry. Oh, no.
No, like... So imagine if you held out this block and you could change it to be slopes.
Ooh, fun.
And that automatically is pretty powerful.
I mean, still geometry, but fun.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I really wish Minecraft had slopes in it.
Oh, me too, though. All right, so now we have doorways to the study rooms, which are much bigger study rooms than the ones downstairs.
Well, this is for hardcore studying. This is Hermione Granger level of studying.
Oh dear,
also,
that's quite a level.
I have something I think I need to tell you.
What? What did you do?
It's over here. No, over here.
Oh, okay.
So,
Hi.
1, 2.
Meaning?
There's 2 spaces here and 1 space over here.
Oh. Much better.
And you did the same thing on the other side too.
Also much better.
I'm sorry, like I saw it and I realized I had to tell you about it.
Much better.
Because I know that right now you didn't notice anything wrong, but I know future iGamer would have noticed that.
Future iGamer would have noticed that, and future iGamer would have been so peeved at himself for letting me not notice that. So thank you. Future iGamer would have been like, what were you thinking?
I know symmetry is very important to you.
Indeed. I don't know why. Like, I've never known really where I got that from, but ever since I started playing Minecraft, like, even the first house I built, like, and honestly, I built the worst house ever. I built a rectangular prism.
And then iGamer disappears.
Sorry,
in mid-thought.
But
So you were building a rectangular prism, and it was the worst house ever.
Yes. So I decided when I got my first copy of Minecraft that the first building I would create for myself to live in was a skyscraper in which you used ladders to get between floor to floor. Each floor was 2 blocks tall.
Mm-hmm.
And the entire thing was made out of granite. Not even polished granite, just granite.
You know, the problem with that being your starter house, though, is that means you have to continuously look for granite.
Yeah, I know.
Poor iGamer.
It's like, I built that house, I know. But iGamer's brain decided that was a good idea. So
I think that I have found myself in which I like decide to build like foundation out of a particular material and the trimming out of a particular material, and then what happens is I get sad later because it becomes such a time investment when I want to expand even further.
Oh yeah, I know.
Because I feel like now I'm spending more time finding that fill material, and I'm now having hard times finding it.
Problem so much on this server, and I mean,
yeah,
for good reason.
Having a shop is very useful.
Having a shop is useful, and being an admin is probably more useful.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, there are things that definitely when I'm not playing on this server or servers with shops where I'm like, oh man, I really wish I had easier access to that. Oh boy, I just noticed something that's really gonna bother me.
Yeah. So that's when cobblestone suddenly became more common in my builds, because
yeah,
like
see,
future DK
looks nice if it's used correctly.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
this entire castle is framed with cobblestone.
Yeah. Well, my favorite build turned into where I found a village. I found a house, and I then connected it to another house with cobblestone, cobblestone walls with glass windows. And then slowly I took over the entire village, slowly, and it turned into a house.
See.
And that turned out to be one of the more interesting builds, because it was like my construction required me to essentially take over another building and add it to the mansion, if you will. And we had these long hallways that were generated because now I had to connect these buildings together.
Right. All right, so my plan here is to cover the outside here. Like, I don't want you to see bookshelves when you're outside of this little room. And so I'm debating...
So what's the material that's going to hold the bookshelf?
Well, that's one thing, and I'm debating as to how I want to make this wall. Like, do I want this to be a giant wall of wood, or do I want this to be something where...
Is this going to be secretly like marble pillars covering the books?
See, I could do something like that too, where I use the wood and then just find something that looks nice to hide the books. So, like, I don't know. All right, so let me design the study rooms real quick. I'm gonna use pretty much the same design I've got going on downstairs, although it's gonna be a little bit more spacious and bigger. So I don't know. I'm gonna have more headspace. So maybe another lantern, maybe some more lanterns in the middle.
You know, I think maybe also rods above the bookshelf might be kind of a cool thing too.
Oh, like we've got going on downstairs.
Yeah, like having them like
This, or
yeah.
I like the way that looks though.
I like everything but where the cobblestone is. Like I don't know what should be there.
What, here? This?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that doesn't line up. Maybe if I go one straight line across, it'll line up. Nope. It's not the right amount of blocks. I feel like chains hanging from the ceilings, maybe with lanterns, would look better, honestly.
You're probably right. It'll be slightly more romantic. Because you know what they say, chains make everything more romantic.
Oh, dear Lord.
Sorry.
Oh, look, Spambot Forever is in my chat.
Hi, Spambot. So what is Spambot doing today?
My chat message, hello, how are you? Are you here to spam me? Question mark. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good with the chains and the bookshelves. I think that looks nice. What do you think? No? Yes?
I like everything but the very top where the chain is coming from. I feel like there needs to be something to accent that. I know that might sound weird, but like I feel like there should be a block coming down that the chains are connected to.
Okay, so what kind
I don't know.
Like, so
I'm not completely sure, but I know it just feels like there needs to be an anchor block.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not.
What if I did that? Something like that around it. Keep in mind the backside is going to be, so let me just build it so that's there. There's wall here. Like this. And then this is also a wall.
I feel like that definitely did spice it up a bit.
Yeah. The question is
because now it doesn't. No.
The question is whether the wood is the right block for it or not.
Yeah.
Because it blends in with the wall too much.
So maybe like a different wood color then?
I mean, I could just, no, that's
or
too much
that.
of the same block. So I have this as the accenting block down there.
It's kind of nice.
That's the accenting wood block downstairs, so.
Yeah. And the thing is, it gives this kind of like feeling like this is an actual light fixture holding up everything.
Yeah, and it has color to it, like it's a color contrast thing. Oh yeah, that looks nice. I don't know.
Because like whenever you have changes coming out of a ceiling, it kind of has a weird feel to that.
I agree. That's why my chandelier is the It's the fence posts and then the fence posts on chains.
No.
I'm really happy with this chandelier.
I am as well.
First, I'm like, am I going too overboard with this? But I'm really happy with the way that came out.
There's no such thing as going over.
I just sat there and changed that and changed it and changed it for a while. And then finally I'm like, yes, that's it. That's the one. I like it. Keep it. All right. So we also have to figure out how we're going to light up the middle of this room. Because the lanterns will do the outer edge, but there's a big middle to this.
Yeah, I hate to say, like, when it comes to like creating central lighting sources, you kind of know the one I go to, and I don't feel like that would fit this room.
Which is?
Glass tube filled with lava.
Yeah.
And
Look,
I feel like that's
tube
very
filled with lava, depending upon where you're doing it, looks awesome. I agree. Not in here.
Yeah, no. As I said, that's my usual go-to, and it just doesn't feel right for this room.
What should I do about the corners here? Should I light the corners? I love the sound chains make when you place them. It's so cool. Okay.
I guess you can have another one here as well.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm going to put one here. So then the question is, do I put anything in the corner or do I just leave the corner?
I feel like if you add anything there, it will get too busy.
Okay. I think I'm going to do these hanging lanterns all the way around. So the question is then, do I want the lantern here? There's going to be a lantern here and then one on this side as well.
Can you really have too much lighting in a library, though?
I mean, all right, you tell me, which one looks better? 2 lanterns like this or the 3?
I like this one better.
The 3? Yeah.
Yeah, my problem with the 2 lantern thing is that looks kind of weird.
Hmm.
It kind of looks odd, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know how one fixes that.
What should I do here?
Yeah, that's the thing is I don't know how you fix the 3 lantern thing. The weird 2 lantern thing there.
Should I just do double?
Oh, that might be nice. Oh, yes.
All right then.
Perfection.
Is that too busy? I mean, the beacon's going to be gone, so like ignore the beacon, but
it's kind of hard to ignore the beacon. I think it's fine actually.
Okay. Like it's kind of hard to ignore the giant blue light thing right there. And then I guess the question is, it's a real shame that you can't do real mood lighting in Minecraft because then mobs will spawn. Yeah. You have to be in either a mob-free world or a world where you have a mob switch. Should I build us a mob switch for this server? No, I can't because spawn is already... Wait, but spawn isn't at 0, 0. If I went to 0, 0, I could build us a mob switch. What's at 0, 0 in this world, though, I wonder?
And then you find it's something can be built.
Oh, 0, 0 in this world is actually right next to the hotel.
What's the chances of that?
It's behind Doc's house and next to the hotel. Interesting. All right, so let's see what is. Oh, that's cool. You can show chat messages as captions. That's pretty sweet.
Dun dun dun.
So I'm working now with Restream Studio, which is their online platform. It's so it's completely run through my browser.
How's that working for you?
Honestly, really well, because it doesn't take a lot for my computer to do it, since it's all internet based. So it's really nice on my PC. And honestly, it's got some really cool features. I can invite people to the session. So everyone joins in the session, and then you can talk amongst each other in the session, like a Discord call. But then anyone in the session could share their screen, and then I could, if I want to, broadcast it, or share their face cam and I could broadcast it or whatever. So, and then it's got some cool, I can put up captions or whatever. I have some preset ones that say don't forget to sub, and then leave a like if you enjoy or whatever. And then I can click a button and they'll show up in the corner of the screen or whatever. So it's got some cool features that you can mess around with. And then if there's a chat message I want to highlight, I can click on it, and then it will pop it up in the bottom. It'll pop it up along the bottom of the screen, and then it'll show who it's from. So right now I have the message I sent at the beginning with the URL to the waitlist app. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's fun.
That sounds amazing.
It's a lot less laggy than Streamlabs.
That's good.
Yeah, DCL started using it, and I'm like, hey, that's not a bad idea. So I started messing around with it. So. All right, so I think once I finish these lights, I'm pretty much going to be done with the stream today, because I have a couple things to do to get ready for school tomorrow. And then I want to play some VR.
Fair enough.
So, I would stream it, but
it's too hot outside.
Not here. It's pretty nice outside, actually. But it's getting, actually, depending upon how late I get, maybe I'll stream a little bit of Xperia tonight too.
So I have to ask the dumb question. How hot is it outside?
So right now it is 52 degrees and drizzling outside my house.
Chris is now sad. I'm gonna go into the sadness corner.
Why are you going into the sadness corner? Did I answer your question? I answered your question wrong, didn't I?
No, it's my room right now feels like a physical, tropical rainforest right now.
Oh, lol.
I'm trying really hard to stay concentrated. But as soon as we're done, I'm definitely going under a bunch of fans and and pleading for the darkness to take the heat away.
So since my dad has been stuck in the same room I'm streaming from right now since the very beginning of, all this COVID nonsense, because he's working from home. Watch your head.
Oh, sorry.
Nope, it fit above your head. he last summer got himself a little personal air conditioner that sits on the desk, and you plug it into a USB port and you put water in it, and it makes I'm showing it on my stream, and it makes a little air conditioner. Like, it has an adjustable vent on the front, and then you can adjust the temperature and, you know, like how hard the fan is and whatever. So it's really nice because when I'm in here, if I get really hot during the summer when I'm streaming, I can turn it on, and it doesn't make a whole lot of noise. It's pretty quiet. So
just to put things into context, it's 82 degrees outside. And my parents have decided not to turn the air conditioner on.
See, that's what happens at work. When I'm at work, we have access to our air conditioner. Like, we have total control over it. But my boss is very conscious about saving it, so he rarely turns it on.
The only problem with saving AC is that when you suddenly need it and it fails because it hasn't been turned on, and when things were slightly bad, you had no idea that there was something wrong. And now that things are really bad, now people are dying because it doesn't turn on.
I see.
This is the things I used to work for an airlines. I don't know if you know that. No idea how much of my life I've shared with you.
Yeah. I did know that.
Can I tell you a funny air conditioner joke?
Sure.
Okay. So all the big managers of the airline decide to have a meeting.
Okay.
They decided to go upstairs to have a big circle table meeting, right? The upstairs area is the air conditioner went out. Now, this may not seem too bad. So it's 100 degrees outside, right? And we worked in a metal hangar.
Okay.
So I want you to imagine what happens to everything inside the metal hangar. Because you know what metal does, right? Yeah, it draws heat.
Correct.
So
science.
I get a call.
Oh no.
From upstairs saying to bring a document. So I come to bring a document to the general manager. And I see them, they're all like beet red, sweating, just absolutely miserable. And one of them just abruptly breaks into a massive argument. And now I'm watching managers yell at other managers.
Oh no.
Like chief pilots yelling at the director of operations, the director of operations yelling at the director of maintenance, the director of maintenance chewing out the chief inspector, all that good stuff.
Yikes.
And I decide to do what you would expect of an office manager, assistant director of IT. I said, hey guys, wouldn't it make more sense to have this meeting downstairs in the air conditioning? And suddenly the general manager stops, looks at me and says, you know what, that was a great idea. So everyone took everything from the meeting and they went back downstairs. And suddenly the meeting was so much more peaceful.
Yeah.
And all the anger was gone. Everyone got some nice cool water, and like the meeting progressed a lot faster. Sometimes it's just not worth it.
No.
Because sometimes that anger and like the speed up of hurt feelings increases when people are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And contrary to popular belief, being not comfortable somehow is I've heard this idea that it puts you in the proper business mindset, but the thing is that doesn't work if you're that's not, and that works for some people, but heat can definitely make everything worse.
Yeah. So I can deal with being at work and having things be hot. Like that's fine with me because when I'm at work, I'm usually, since I do like some sort of exercise related job, it's very, like rare that I don't like, get sweaty and hot when I'm at work because I'm exercising the entire time. But when this past winter, 4 months, our heater was broken. So when it's like 20, when it's like 20 something degrees outside, it's just like, no, thank you. All right, let me see. So this is the last couple things, and then we're going to be, I'll show you guys around the library, and I'll show you guys the castle, because I don't really think I've shown off the castle in a stream, so quickly go through that, but yeah.
I sense you and I are very opposite in our appreciation of temperature. Because I'm normally extremely hot-blooded. So I like the extreme cold. I used to mess with my friends by walking barefoot onto the ice and snow.
Yeah, I don't like I can deal with that, but it's just, I don't know. Like to be standing outside like in 20-degree weather without a jacket on. So then if it's 20 outside, inside temperature was usually like 40 something degrees with no jacket on, and wearing like a lightweight martial arts uniform is often it's cold.
See, to me, that sounds really pleasant.
Yeah. All right, so I finished all the lanterns. The lanterns on the floor here are going to get cleaned up, but I haven't quite figured out yet exactly what I'm going to do for central lighting. It's most likely going to be tables in the middle of the room, so I'll probably just have stuff under the tables, I guess, but not really sure. Okay, so let's recap this library.
You could always have glass underneath with a material that creates light underneath.
That's true. Could do that too. Maybe some sea lanterns on glass or something.
/ lava / yep.
All right, so this is the part of the library I'd already had done, and this part looks super awesome, super cool. Again, the lanterns on the floor I have to change out. I haven't decided for what yet, but we'll get there. And then this is the original part of the library that we had to redo, and it's starting to look cool. So I'm going to put study corners in here, and then make study rooms once I get rid of the beacon that kind of mimic the ones we've got going on down here over there. So look like that. Yeah, so I plan on kind of copying those. In here, I plan on having some tables and stuff. And I think also just out the back here, I'll have some study rooms, and that'll pretty much be the library. I think, honestly, I'll close it off. So once you walk through the door, you just have to go straight, and then have study rooms coming off this building, and then bring this in here. So this is how you would get out into the the little that's how you would get out into the downstairs area. So this library's been around for a while. What I'm doing now, I'm reading chat questions. So I'll put the chat question up on screen so you guys can see it. How long did this take? So honestly, this library has been a part of my base for a very long time. I've worked with Pizza 40 on it for quite a while, and it was definitely a project, but we didn't have the lower floor. So we had from like here, this was a wall, and then we had to about the door. So like the end of the door. So like to here. We had from here to that fence, and that was it. And it was just some lines of bookshelves with a couple things, and that was pretty much it. So we basically went out, and pizza hasn't been on in a while, so I decided to revamp some of the interior. So I mined stuff out, opened up the area, and pushed the walls back and everything because we built more space with a bigger castle. And I decided to go back through and kind of revamp this a little bit. So this room up here was pretty much existent. This room took a while, not too long though. Maybe working on it by myself, the concept and the majority of it took me, I don't know, less than 24 hours to do, and then I put some finishing touches on it over a couple days. As I started getting more ideas, I would come back, add a little thing here and there for like an hour and be done with it. And then this entire upper part I just built live on stream today. That's all I did today. Did this.
So I sent you a picture of the floor.
Okay.
And it's kind of weird, but on my screen it kind of looks like part of the floor has been stained because like people have been walking with dirty feet.
Interesting. I'll take a look. But yeah, so, and then just for funsies, since I've changed the castle design a lot, let's go take a look-see at the outside. So I don't know if I still have, let me see if I can find the, I didn't mean to cancel. Let me see if I can find a photo, the original photo I had of the castle here.
Of course, you have that because you're a super professional YouTuber and have already pre-prepared that.
I didn't. I just have pictures of. Oh, it's on my other computer. Duh. Okay. I just have.
So the picture is in the other castle. I understand.
Yeah. So the other castle. Oh. No, never mind. Oh. I mean, you can't really see it that well, but this was the castle beforehand. If you look on, let me see if I can do this. There we go. Okay, so if you look at my camera, this was the castle beforehand. This is what I had done. And the garden outside is the same and everything, but this is what the castle looked like at first. And we decided we didn't really like it, so we wanted to do something new with it. So we did. And so this is what we have now. And in my opinion, it's a lot better. It's got the same dimensions to it, except for the fact that I added a roof to it. This took weeks to get done, and it's still not fully detailed. So, I mean, yeah, but I've got some work to do on it. But yeah, so I concepted this out, and I'm like, this looks really good. I like where it's going. So I'm muted. What? Maybe, hopefully it's working now. Yeah, my mic's on, so my stream is saying that it's coming back through, so.
Okay. Well, I can hear you if that's worth anything. Because in no way have I been secretly predicting everything you would say.
Okay. All right. So anyway, yeah. So this, I concepted it out. I thought it looked pretty good. I'm gonna set the time today. It looks better. But yeah, so I concepted it out. I thought it looked really cool. So I said, let's go for it. Let's build it. So I did this myself. The original wall is back here. And one of the things I really wanted to do was add depth and add layers. So there's the far back layer, which is the stone brick. And then there's the next layer forward, which is wood. And then the next layer forward is the cobblestone, and it looks really awesome. The glass art looks awesome. Thank you so much. So, and I think I have pictures of this too. The initial glass art was colored, and it was rainbow colored glass panes. So, yeah, I do have a picture. So the initial concept I had for the glass art was rainbow. So I had something like this going on. And I had filled 2 entire windows with that glass art of just rainbow. But we decided that the rainbow glass art didn't really match what we wanted for the build style. So then we switched it to different shades of blue, and then we kept the cross in the middle. But yeah, so this is the garden in front. So there's a pretty little garden in the front with a nice pathway around. This pathway took forever for us to get because we got it all in survival, and it is all beehives, which are really expensive. So, but yeah, and then we did that. Added some cool little windows. And yeah, that's pretty much the exterior. And yeah, so now I'm working on the library project. And the library is pretty much from like the front of the castle all the way to the back of the castle. So like I said, it's not fully detailed. This is the original detailing, so I still have to do the back side and the sides as well. Oh, I didn't finish this? Oh, whoops. All right, I need to fill that in. Do we have end or nether builds? Yeah, might as well since we're touring stuff. DK, what kind of end and nether builds do we have?
So I believe we have like the nether in the end and the end in the nether, something like that.
Yeah, so we have the overworld in the end, built out of wool in representation of Soren's castle from story mode. And we have the end built in the nether, and then we have the nether built in the overworld. And these are all projects that we worked on during Sunday night streams when we had groups. I can go to the nether in the overworld build. So this is the nether. This is the actual nether. Hold on. Home on. Okay. All right. So this is what we did here. And this is the overworld nether. So this is the nether in the overworld. So what this build is, and I'll get my inventory out of the way in a second so you can see it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, so let me pin that comment so people know what we're talking about. And here we go. So this was our idea. We started with the Soren's castle thing, and then we started moving around. So obviously the lighting and stuff is awkward with the end rods and whatnot, but yeah, this is what we worked on. So this is all built in the overworld, and we had admin powers outline it in Bedrock for us.
All made in survival. No, I'm just kidding.
And then we also were able to get some of the materials for it. But I mean,
yeah, I think we stole a bunch of wool from you, and then
Yeah.
After you went through so much wool, Mr. B was like, magic! And then I think you were probably a little sad.
Here's the cool thing with this is that every single block in this beyond the bedrock is hand placed and hand designed. So we did all of this forest here. We did all of the soul sand over here. The lava, everything is hand placed. So yeah, and then this was my responsibility. I built the Nether Fortress, which I think came out super duper awesome. I'm really happy with the way this came out. And one of my favorite parts of this ghast is that it actually shoots fireballs. So you can't see it from outside, but in here there's a giant mechanism, and you pull this and then close it, and it actually opens up his mouth and a fireball comes out. So
that was so cool.
That is probably my favorite part of this build, is that this ghast can be controlled by a lever that actually makes him function. So if I put a hole in his face real quick, it appears he's not really firing. But yeah, so
then we found out one of the kids broke the mechanism.
It sounds like it's firing. It just, there's nothing coming out the front. So yeah, that's that. And then I don't have a home to the end in the Nether, but that one also looks super awesome. And then if we go to home AFK farm, which is my second base, completely dedicated to only AFK farms, then we can go inside here and go to the end. And this project, these these dimension projects were not my idea at all. But yeah, if we go to my end portal here, and we go all the way up these stairs. I'll turn on my /fly instead of having to work on game mode again. Then yeah, you can go up here, and this is our overworld in the end, built out of wool. So this place is super awesome too. I really didn't do much work on this, so yeah. Yeah, so we did some cool builds, and we got some cool stuff done.
Yep. And the most important part is the ghast and the clouds trying to give you a hug.
Yes, of course. That's always important.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with that, I'm going to end my stream. I might be live in maybe 20 minutes or so with some VR content, depending upon how depending upon how my computer cooperates and how long it takes to download on Steam. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to sit and answer one more question in chat, and then the stream is going to end. But feel free to join my Discord if you want to ever continue the conversation. Link in description below. Also, check back next weekend. I will be live again next Sunday, same server, with some new builds and more fun. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.